What is your quest? My friend, before we begin tonight's tale, let me ask you a question, one that only the brave ever dare answer. What is your quest? Not your job, not your goals, not the tasks you do to survive the week. No, I mean the thing beneath it all. The quiet calling that keeps tugging at your ribs when the world is silent. The longing that returns again and again, no matter how many times you try to bury it. Tonight, here in the tavern, I'll tell you a story of a quest that found me, long before I was the lion you know. And perhaps by the end, you'll uncover your own. So sit, my friend, warm your hands by the fire, and let's begin. The tavern had settled tonight on a wind-swept cliff. Nothing around for miles except the lonely hum of the wind. A place that felt forgotten by the world, and yet perfect for the kind of questions that don't fit inside crowded cities. I wiped down the bar, listening to the quiet, when a young man wandered in, cloak soaked from rain, eyes full of exhaustion and something heavier. He dropped his bag by the door and sighed. "Lion," he said softly, "I don't know what I'm doing with my life." I nodded. I'd heard this before, many times, but tonight the air felt different, charged somehow. I leaned forward, my blue eyes meeting his. "Then I must ask you," I said, "the one question that changed everything for me. What is your quest?" He blinked, opened his mouth, closed it, and shook his head. I don't know," he whispered. "No one's ever asked me." And I smiled, because that is where every great quest begins. Before I continue, if stories like this help you, traveler, remember to like the video and subscribe. It helps this tiny tavern keep drifting from world to world. Now, let us return to the cliff. The man took a seat. The wind howled outside, and I began to tell him the tale of the day my own path forced itself into the light. Long before the tavern found me, I was wandering, not for wisdom, not for adventure, just wandering. I did jobs here and there, helped who I could, but I had no direction, no meaning. I was alive, but not awake. Until one evening, I reached a crossroads deep in a forest shrouded in mist. 3 paths, no signs, no guides, only a single old keeper sitting by a small fire. He looked up at me as if he'd been waiting. "You walk as one without purpose," he said. I bristled. "I walk where I choose." "Do you?" he asked. "Or do you merely drift?" There was no judgment in his voice, only truth, and it stung. I sat with him by the fire. Hours passed. We spoke of life, of choices, of the strange ache in my chest that had followed me for years. That ache, he said, is your quest calling you, not the world's quest, your quest alone. He offered me 3 lessons. A quest is not given, it is uncovered. A quest scares you because it demands the real you. A quest will cost you, but will never cage you. I asked, how would I know mine? He smiled. You'll know it when it refuses to leave you alone. And he was right. Days later, I found the Lion's Tavern abandoned, drifting between worlds. Something in me recognized it, as if it had been waiting for me, just as I once waited at that fire. My quest wasn't adventure. It wasn't fame. It wasn't riches. It was to serve weary souls searching for meaning, because I had once searched too. That was the day the quiet lion finally understood why he walked the worlds and why he must keep walking. The fire crackled as I finished my tale. The young man sat for a long time, staring into the flames as if seeing something for the first time. Lion, he murmured, I think I've been confusing goals with purpose, tasks with destiny. I think I've been chasing what others wanted for me, not what calls to me. I nodded. That is the trap of many. He looked up, voice trembling. My quest is to help others feel seen. I don't know how yet, but that's it. That's what calls to me. A small smile tugged at my lips. Then the path will reveal itself the moment you start walking. He stood. His shoulders seemed lighter. The wind outside had calmed. He bowed his head in gratitude. Thank you, Lion. But I shook mine. No, I said softly. Thank yourself. You were brave enough to listen. And with that, the tavern's lanterns dimmed. The wind carried new possibilities, and another soul stepped into the journey meant for him. Traveler, you've heard my story. You've heard his. Now the question rests before you. What is your quest? What is the quiet thing inside you that refuses to be silenced? You do not need to know the whole path. You do not need certainty. You only need the courage to listen. If tonight's story stirred something in you, leave a comment telling me what you think your quest might be. Your words may help another soul find their own. Until then, rest well, walk gently, and may your quest reveal itself in its perfect time. But until such a time exists, your old friend Lion will be here, and the tavern doors open always to you. Take care, my friend, and be well. You know, I started thinking, people have asked me, what is your quest? And, well, not specifically that question, but they've asked me why I do the things I do. Now, this is a small channel, and we are a small tavern, but it is comfortable knowing that if I can reach just one person and make them smile and make them have a better day than the day has been, then my quest is one step closer to being fulfilled. And I think that's not only a wonderful thing, I believe that that is really my calling at this moment in my life. So if you've joined me for any part of this journey, if you just stopped by to say hi or seen a short or something, I just want you to know that, hey, you're helping me out on my quest. And although we might not have great rewards from it, we'll have a great time. And I think that's what matters most. So thanks.